super high. So I'm actually curious to see how that's gonna do. Uh-oh, got a phone call. Mom. I'll have to call you back, Mom. Got a missed call from Mom. What's going on, everybody? Product Probes back at you with another knife review, and today we're looking at a TAC Force Dragon Strike knife. This is the TF-686, so let's dive into it and let's see what this thing's got. Alright guys, so right off the bat, let me show you right here. As you can see, it's got a holographic looking handle. It's an aluminum handle, but right there is engraved a dragon in there. Now, the feel of the handle, it's almost like if you rub your finger down, I feel like it's cutting into my finger, but it's not. It's definitely a weird groove in there. Super fine groove, you know, with that dragon in there and that holographic. Right here you got your seatbelt cutter, your glass breaker right there at the end. You got your dual thumb studs, no jimpings on the top of the blade, and then you've got your pocket clip right here, which sits super high, which I like because you can get a more concealed type feel to it. This thing is actually feels pretty beefy. So the pocket clip might not be too bad. Wow. So thumb studs work just fine. Let me give you a close-up on this blade. So if I can get it in the light, this is the Dragon Strike right there. Standard drop point blade on it. It does have a little bit of a grooved pattern right up here on the top of the spine. But that's what it looks like fully open. Not a rather large knife at all. Simple liner lock right there in the middle. The trigger is right there. And that's fine too. So, trigger, and then your thumb stud. And the thumb stud, it doesn't really have the groove out like I like to get to those thumb studs, but you can really get to them rather well. So, right there, bam, and throw that blade on out. So, they do have jimpings right here on the back of the knife. So, it's a little bit too small for my liking, but the control on it's not terrible if you have smaller hands. You could use this if you choke up a little bit. These grooves is like a thumb ramp, but you know, overall it's not a terrible knife. I'm not crazy, just personal preference. I'm not crazy about the, you know, holographic purple dragon, but it's a pretty neat little knife. Not too bad. The we got a few hairs on it. Doesn't seem to be too dull. So let's go see how sharp this thing really is.
Alright, let's go ahead and get the sharpness on this bad boy, starting with the cut down. So right here seems to be quite a bit of ripping. Let's try that one more time. Let's see. So yeah, there is a little bit of ripping here and there, but it's really not too bad. Let's go ahead and test this point out. So let's see. Yeah, quite a bit of push right there. Definitely not a super sharp point, but on the cut down, seems to do a pretty decent job. There is a little bit of tearing here and there. Yeah, so it seems to be, yeah, definitely towards the back of the blade, it's going to be a lot sharper. But it's an overall pretty decent little knife.
Yeah, throw it on a stone once or twice. You could really sharpen this thing up. I'm pretty sure it's the 440 steel, because this knife is not expensive at all. But one thing that I do want to check out, which I think is going to be pretty good, is this pocket clip. This thing is beefy and it sits super high. So I'm actually curious to see how that's going to do. Uh-oh, got a phone call. Mom. I'll have to call you back, Mom. Got a missed call from Mom. But sorry about that, guys. I'm just doing a full thing. I'm going to try not to edit as much on it. But let's go see what this thing looks like in the pocket.
Let's go ahead and slide this in. Alright, first impressions. It is a little bit difficult actually to get over that little hump right there. So you're definitely going to have to push a little harder than you would usually need to. You know, it's not bad. The position on the knife is not bad at all where they put that belt clip. There is a little bit sticking out, however, but not much of a problem. Let's see, concealability. Definitely a real nice concealable knife, being that it is really small, so that's the plus. Super lightweight with the pocket, in the pocket as well. Can't really feel it walking around kind of like that. Pull out, you know, there's a lot of catch, but you can do it one-handed. Let's see if I can try this one more time, be a little better. Yeah, you're definitely going to have to put a little more extra pressure into putting it into that pocket. However, the slide out is not as bad, and the trigger is right there, so that is another plus on the thing, and you're good to go.
Okay, so not too bad in the pocket. This thing actually, the pocket clip on this is pretty nice. But what I do want to go check out now, we'll do it real quick, is go ahead and let's get the weight and measurements of this knife.
All right, being that's a lighter knife, it's not going to be super heavy, but let's see what we're dealing with. 3.21 ounces, so relatively light, but it is a smaller knife, so let's go ahead and grab the measurements on this thing. Guess maybe 6 inches. All right, with that glass breaker. Yeah, it's a little bigger actually than I thought. You're dealing with 6 inches on the dot. The length of the blade is going to be about 2.5 inches, and closed up, you're going to be dealing with roughly 4 inches. So yeah, smaller knife, but it is still got a really good weight on there. I like it a lot.
Definitely a smaller knife, but for the more concealed type knives, this one might be a pretty cool option. I know that they do have them in other colors instead of this purple dragon right here. And I thought I was getting the light blue, but if you look right up here at the top, you can definitely tell that it's got the purple in there. But still, not a bad knife. I like the dual thumb studs on it, how easy it is to get to it. And to throw it up, let's see, single hand deployment. Single hand close. Yeah, no problem at all. Other than that weird fine texture on the handle, you know, overall for a cheaper knife, this one's actually not too bad if you like the smaller type knives. But, you know, it's a so-so knife. Throw it on the stone. I like those thumb studs. That's one thing that I do like. But appreciate you watching, guys. I hope the review helped if you were thinking about getting it. If you want to check it out, I'll leave a link in the description below. Be sure to check us out every Thursday at 5:30 for the Product Probe Show. We give away a lot of cool stuff. So, guys, if I don't see y'all there, I'll see y'all in the next one.